Well, let's find out, Harry, if that is the case for Team 1. They will be starting T side, a lot of utility, maybe a fast A approach here. The smoke going down, they're going to try and hit the vents immediately. Won't commit to going down though, and no spam from Singularity, who actually only have one player on the A site. Retake setup, we have a kit for it. Might even be committing to A here. We could have that ramp flank for Singularity. Here comes the A push. Do they go down the vents? That's the question. Yes, Hydrex dropping one though from main, and the rest get down towards B. Maluki even kills him.
Is this real? The teams, like, did they just watch the... Oh, hang on. No,
amazing.
There's the recovery because Ryan has saved the day. Here he is, Mr. USP, they call him. And that's the pissed around going the way of Singularity.
It's just like...
The thing is, that to me suggests that Team 1 saw Sharks yesterday abusing the hell out of that vent position, right? Constantly ducking and diving and weaving down there. And they just throw that in immediately in the pistol round. Obviously, I do feel like vent diving pistol is one of the easiest times to get away with a vent dive in a sense, right?
No
because
Molotovs.
There's no Molotovs for the most part. Like, very rarely.
Only when I try and do it in a pug. I'm like, great, double volley.
Molotovs and pistol feel useless because it's like...
Just wait it out, mate.
Yeah.
There's no more utility.
No, yeah, exactly right. You're not going to be triple buying mollies ever.
Don't tell me what to do.
Maybe that's the new meta.
Or not. Yeah, I mean, Singularity triple stacked ramps, so they had a really quick B rotate there. Almost seems like this game is going to be a match of mind games on this third map. Shakezilla is going to get met with a train of T's coming through the ramp room, but no weaponry, only Glocks. He doesn't know it, but he could have stayed there for longer. Great nade, I actually love that. Oh, Shakezilla, not Godzilla. He dies to the last man, but 5 HP the difference, and he'll get stomped like a city.
Yo, you just did it. You've just done it. You've come up with the nickname, Godzilla.
I mean, that wasn't really hard to come up with.
Hugo, take the credit.
Yeah, okay.
You've done it, man. Although, yeah, you're right. He wasn't Godzilla.
No, he didn't get 5.
Yeah, you got 4 on an eco. Like, it's good.
I like that nade,
he survives. Yeah, man. And he almost gets 5. It would have been sick if he gets 5. But he made a lot of money. He's happy.
No one remembers the 4-kill highlights. Yeah. You only remember the aces. I don't even remember them.
Man, that's like, you know, like when Get Right will play like there's games where you guess who did like what kill and everything. He's mental at that. I'm awful at remembering individual.
Oh, was this guy 3 years ago in this online game?
Like, yeah, I could tell by the knife. Like, oh, I remember this. I'm like, how are you that observant as a human being?
I barely know what knife I have.
Yeah, I don't even know the name of it, but here's Maluki. He's got a knife maybe in the back of Singularity at this point. That's his weapon of choice as he's gotten behind enemy lines. Rotations have come in from the ramp. And as you pointed out, Hugo, there's been such a heavy ramp presence, and I like this. They double stack in the cubby. They're playing a bait and switch. If one of these players falls, you're never going to anticipate a triple B hole with 2 players in that cubby position. This bomb has grinded to a halt. And that's the thing, there's only 4 players up for Singularity. Almost all of them are at this B-bomb site right now. Maluki going to uncover the man up close. There's Shakezilla dropped, 1 by 1. Kills are coming in. Just Hydrex and Floppy remaining, and they try and rotate away with this bomb now, up into the A-bomb site on the side of Team 1.
Yeah, getting the plant as well. They spot the 4-man setup. Bomb plant is main side. They could even send a Heaven Wrap here, but they'd have to be fast. And in fact, they're already being flanked from the lobby. I think they've heard it. Got some knowledge. IDK's been spotted. Bits in the hut as well. Flash is there. They're just trying to isolate the solo man. They will be able to do so. Bit with a trade. Hydrex sprays in anticipation, but doesn't come through. Taking his time. 7 bullets left. He only needs to hit 1, though. Bit is so tagged up, and the hesitation has made Bit think that he's gotten squeaky. He has not. He was just waiting in the lobby, waiting for the push, and the defuse. Plenty of time for it. It's going to be around for Singularity. 3-0 up, and Harry, they're loud again. They were a bit quiet on the second half of Inferno after they started losing, but the voices are back. The boys are back in town. Oh, hate to see that.
Yeah. Especially when it's TRK that you take down, right? The man that's been so good for your team. Devastation, but there's still a buy here at the very least. Team 1 might actually look to switch things up. Go with a vent dive. TRK barreling in. Does he get down the vent? Oh, he's not looking for the vent. He's not looking for the vent dive. He's just out into the A bomb site. They will get the trade onto TRK. Now the rest of the players here have to try and hold their own. Ryan caught on the edge of this smoke. And yeah, there's no way he survives that. Singularity. 1v4. Where have the rest of your team gone, mate? He's leaving from B ramp, but he's just going to try and hold on to the AWP. Almost definitely a save here for Singularity. Such a blistering pace set from Team One, and going about that sort of abuse that maybe they noted that their Brazilian counterparts did yesterday in through Squeaky, but they use it in a different way. They don't vent drop. Instead, they work TRK up past the smokes that's gone down to facilitate that vent drop. And he actually goes into the A bomb site, plays the anti-flash, so his teammates just pepper that bomb site in flashbangs. And even though he only gets one, it's the chaos, it's the disruption that he causes. And by finding the man up on top of Hut, it becomes very tricky as the one player left behind the silos in the bomb site to try and actually hold back that push. You have to watch Squeaky, you've got to watch Hut. You're responsible for so many different avenues into that bomb site. And so they do get overwhelmed there.
That's a start. The T-side rifle round going their way. Of course, we've talked about these games being T-sided already this series. Nuke, obviously, that's a whole different ballgame, right? So we'll see if that continues to be the case. But hey, it's a time to double down, considering Singularity are on a 4-spy. 2 pistols and an SMG. But that's a good start. Hydra's catching the man, moving off of Silo. There's a trade. But even so, this pistol dropping another man as well. Squeaky and Bomb dropped. That is a big, big error for Team One. The fact that the bomb was that far pushed up. But does he realize Ryan's there? He spotted him. TRK is going to get the info, and he gets the kill. Back into a 3-on-3. The trade is there. The bomb's still under control of Team One. Oh, sorry, Singularity, but Team One needs to do everything in their power to get that back. Ooh.
IDK patient as ever anticipates the ramp flank, but OC, you bang on. It's this bomb that's going to cause Team One all these problems. He was a little quieter back on Inferno than he was on Train. OC, the man on our screens, was delivering.
Nice.
Back then, in this round, he might have to do it once more. Flashed away, 2v2. Whoa, IDK. Don't want to go back to that anytime soon. They're waiting desperately for TRK to get into this position. But OC now down to the 1v1, and he gets all 3. Massive round from the AWPer of Team Singularity, and you can hear the hype once again. They're getting fired up, and this is a good sign of things to come. The fact that OC is able to get off to such a great start here in this map really does set us up for a blinding decider in this elimination match.
What a turret as well. I mean, just like not moving, not missing. I'm really surprised that Team One didn't send a heaven flank there. That would have been such a nice way to get control of the A site back. Because that's the thing, you don't really need to like focus on the bomb at that point. You just need to focus on getting the kills because the players are going to be surrounding the bomb. So heaven flank would have done a lot of work.
It almost felt like they were going to, right? I feel like that was the original intention, but I think it was it TRK over towards Mini? He was like waiting around over outside, and I just think it was on the back of that damage coming through onto IDK. They started to get a bit worried about, you know, a potential crunch kind of push coming in. You don't want to end up just waiting that clock down and then trying to run into that bomb site blind with 10, 15 seconds left.
You don't want to split up too much either, right? So wanting to split...
Yeah, they try and play that trade game, right, off of one another.
It doesn't work, though.
Yeah, OC doing a phenomenal job. You said he's like a turret, and he really is, man. He's the railgun of Singularity. Flash through this smoke. Shakezilla on the other side. He's not the railgun. He's more the pepper spray, but he's just blinding people left and right. Will finally get taken down, but OC ready to rid the world of Maluki. IDK left up in the 1v4, and he's alone outside, a long way from that bomb.
And nowhere to go. He might catch Ryan moving out of main, but that's only 1 kill. Now his position's been given up, and the AWP is posted. Misses the shot, but bomb's still fine for Singularity. He's expecting a repeat, but Singularity couldn't be further from that. They've tunneled and turtled in towards that package. And it's fine to wait now, but you can't wait too long. If he wants to actually give this a go, he's got to move in the next 5 or 10 seconds because that time is ticking down and the bomb is so far away. Singularity have no interest in hunting this kill down. They'd rather make him work for it. And work for he will. I think it's going to have to be a save call at this point. 25 seconds, barely getting through the A site. There's no time to plant this, and unless they give up all the kills, it's looking at the round for Singularity. 5-1 up now on the CT side, dealing with rifles of Team 1 very well.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, I mean, this was the attempted force or a partial investment coming in from Team 1. Saving that one AK, I imagine is going to tempt them into at least sticking something into this round. I think they could get 3 or 4 rifles purchased up. They just wouldn't have a lot of utility to go off. And that is one of the problems is, I think T-side Nuke, when you start to get into like a bit of a rut of losing a few rounds, when you do start to have the CTs picking up momentum, there's always that awkward point of like, when and where do you cut your losses? Because utility is so important on this map. And Team 1, they decided to do that nice and early on in the half. Round 7, they stick a lot of investment into this round, but leaving themselves enough so that if they lose this, the money they get, the loss bonus, the residual cash that comes forward will support a very good buy in the next. They could have all purchased down to 0 and had a couple of AKs here was the other option. But they go for like a nice middle ground, right? Between a conservative buy and a full investment.
They've got the loss bonus to sustain. That's a great spray. Hydrex, even tagging down IDK. Now, it does get in the vents. That was heard, though. Floppy definitely realized. Shakezilla mowing down the ramp push at the same time, and that's where the bomb's been dropped. They are so loud. The round's not even done. Where is IDK? That's what they wonder. They know where he's going.
Yeah, I mean, they heard of men drop. He hasn't really left much to the imagination here. And Shakezilla has been a monster over towards ramp. Time and time again, he's been able to lock it down when these ramp plays have come through. And this round was no exception. I know this was just a partial investment, but there's still what?
Still, yeah, armor.
Yeah, there's still armor. There's still SMGs. Deegs on the other side of that. The spray transfer is perfect for him to get all 3. We do still have this buy now for Team 1, but it's lacking the AWP on Maluki. I imagine they were going to pick that up. This is a conscious decision to not go for it. They had the money to.
Yeah, he saved specifically for it. He didn't buy armor last round, so maybe a change of pace here. I love how Singularity are being so much more proactive towards Squeaky. They really have locked down some of their problems. Just constantly playing top heart. We're getting mollies down early. Even though Team 1 are throwing the smoke every round, they're not getting any value out of it because Singularity have that covered and they are dealing with event drops. And that could be the difference maker, Harry. Just fixing one bunk position on the map can turn a game or turn the tide of a battle completely over. Now, I think they think someone could be B, but Ryan's got his eyes peeled. You can just see Shakezilla keep his eyes down towards that lower site as well, so somewhat aware that maybe event dive came through, but that's fine, as long as you're aware of the possibility. There isn't, in fact, anyone down lower. There is IDK in the secret, though. He's crossed outside. OC dropping inside of A. Singularity opting to completely give up yard, but they will try and retake lobby at the same time. Barting getting an entry onto ramp at least. The double flank is in. Do they hear this? Apparently not. Hydrex has got himself a kill. Maluki getting picked off, but there's more players down on this B bomb site. 30 seconds for them to try and get a plant. Ryan is just cowering in the corner, buying as much time as he physically can, but the kills are still coming through for Team 1. Catching one of the rotations. Do they know there's another man there? OC's dropped the bomb. 20 seconds. This round has fallen apart. He just has to hold on to it. Doesn't need to peek out too wide. Missed shot, but 15 seconds. Surely they need both kills. So his teammate runs away. He's going to go down, but surely they can't get this plant in time. They can. They just grabbed it off. Floppy needs to stop this plant, but he's going to fall at the first hurdle. TRK lighting up the scoreboard in that round. And how do they give that up? I think they expected a flank. One of them ran back to watch their backline where they could have just covered both ramp entrances. OC got shot in the side of the head, and from then on, it's history. I definitely shouldn't have gone Team 1's way.
And now we do get to see the AWPs on either side of the equation. So I personally can't wait to see the duel between, I was going to say Maluki and OC, but we might get to see Barton versus OC first. It's actually Ryan to secure that first man, and now they know that player lurks here over towards Mini. That flash is perfect. TRK catching Ryan, turning away, trying to swing wide, and the trade's bound by Floppy. Here's IDK. Floppy stepping up, and a perfect nade from Hydrex. Maluki wasn't even that low. He's just obliterated that man, and now it is just Sheikh Zula left. They know that he's been a real nuisance over towards ramp.
Oh, that fake.
He heard the footsteps. He thinks he's one step ahead, but Bit seems very aware of the possibility that Sheikh Zilla could have pushed in from this ramp rub.
Oh, but the issue is, if Bit went right back into A and grabbed the bomb, he would have caught a timing where Sheikh Zilla was watching the spawn. Sheikh Zilla probed forward enough that now he knows that was only a fake. Could still be anywhere, though. Could be wrapping heaven and try and drop onto the site, but best entry point is going to be coming just sneaking through Mini and hoping that Sheikh Zilla doesn't watch it. All the timing he's looked away. He's going to go back in for it, though, and Bit's dead. One shot's all it takes. And the hype, well, it continues, Harry. So do the rounds. Singularity locking in this CT side in a big way right now. Team 1 looking far more reserved, far quieter. I don't blame them. This is looking like a rough T side so far. They are having to work for their rounds.
Yeah, they're really being put through their paces. Obviously, it is a CT-sided map, but as we kind of seen yesterday, and even like, you know, thinking back to the trends throughout this series, is that the T side have always been pretty strong from at least the side of Singularity. That is obviously the one thing you have to look towards if you're Team 1, right? You know, being over on this T side, you're kind of really looking at a 5-6 round half to begin with at best. And a lot of these games have followed the same sort of ebbs and flows thus far today, which is Singularity getting off to these good starts, and then it's normally Team 1 on the back foot having to grind their way back into it. And already this game kind of feels like more of the same. Team 1, they're able to do that back on Inferno, however. This round, they do get a man down through the vents. And Ryan trying to deal with him. We'll get ahead of the curve. Now onto the AK. Has players coming his way. We'll get some support. I think that's Sheikh Zula moving in, and he's going to take one to the dome. Oh, my. Ryan is so cornered. I mean, surely they can't. How is he dodging this? Ryan, he should change his name to Neo, man. He's dodging these bullets somehow, and he's going to get the kill on the back of it.
Oh, I feel so bad for IDK.
Yeah, Ryan is just the elusive man hiding up in the window, and they can't physically find it. There's a Molotov, there's nades, there's bullets, there's everything coming his way.
He got forced into a corner. IDK spams the corner. Doesn't even hit a shot. Just misses. Like, what? What? Where? He has to be here in the corner or out the window. Oh, that's unlucky. Do hate to see that, though. The fast B play down through the secret does not work out. So it's pistols here for Team 1, rather. Singularity looking to take a bit of a fight outside. A close smoke. Oh, I love that. No one's crossing down towards secret today. Ryan will not let it happen. IDK just chilling behind the boxes, so it's more of a ramp play right now. Sheikh Zilla, so consistent towards his position, has been getting 3 kills every time they come ramp. Ryan making noise. Now that gets heard. IDK won't catch him repositioning, though. If anything, now they're scared. Now they think outside is clear. Bit. He came from vents. He's going to split up ramp, and he will get there in time with the trade. Still, though, more rotates coming through, and that bomb under the control of Singularity. It's all just a formality. Only pistols for Team 1, and a 9th round locked in by the North American side.
Singularity are on their way to having a very strong CT side here. Purchase back in from Team 1. thing is, the problem they're going to have is they haven't really had too much they can look at and say, okay, well, we've been able to exploit this time and time again. And Hydrex with the immediate aggression into Squeaky. Singularity with a change as to how they approach this CT side. There's no way they're going to anticipate him to just keep on going. Finally, they shut him down. The thorn in their side. The fly in the ointment. Hey, this ointment's full of flies. This is Shakezilla now pushing in from ramp. He's looking to do even more damage on this aggression.
Cyanide in the sauce, Harry.
My personal favorite.
Yeah.
And IDK, well, he's playing a game of catch up towards outside as he's trying to worm his way into the backliners to rejoin the rest of his team.
The radiation in the radish. Behind enemy lines, but this flank in the yard could make the difference for Team 1, assuming he catches a timing. Here it comes. Team 1 waiting for that flank. IDK gets caught though. Ryan checking out his back line. So this round has just been turned back upside down. Very difficult. That bomb flies into the hands of Barton, and Floppy will see that every day of the week. 2 kills and the shutdown again for Singularity. Team 1 are looking out of options, out of answers here. And they're out of rounds. There's only a few left of the half, and they are going to need something to show for on this T side. Otherwise, they will be going home.
And that's the thing. Team Singularity, one of the things that we brought off about their Inferno CT side is it started to look a little flat, right? Like they were falling into the same patterns here on Nuke. They've been doing a great job of switching things up. That round there, for example, they go for that double Squeaky play early on. They get, I think it was Ryan down into the vents, ready for an immediate B play, and then Hydrex on the back of getting that kill. That was a kind of split second in the moment decision to aggress into Squeaky, and he gets a hell of a lot from it. A completely different way of approaching that A-bomb site to how Singularity have in any other round thus far. And so here's the thing, I think from Team 1, we're maybe just going to have to see them take a painfully slow round at some point soon, right, where they do just hold this default early. Because Team Singularity now have shown a good few signs that they're willing to take this aggression, they're willing to try and force these early fights.
Very slow start. You can see how scared Team 1 are of the aggression that Singularity could and have been bringing. 2 players watching that hot push. A lot of dedication to one position, but they're just waiting out utility, and now they will go towards ramp. Maluki with the AWP. Oh, almost spotted. He's going to walk into it, and that is unlucky for Shakezilla. A second makes all the difference. OC, the second too late to the angle, and Maluki posted up again. 2 kills on the AWP. That's what we needed from this man. Only 2 CTs left up. This might be a round after all for Team 1. IDK's out in the yard. He's going to deal with Hydrex. Doesn't expect the second player, surely. And Floppy is going to get the trade. But at this point, the round's done. Bombs down on the site, 4-on-1. And he's on the wrong side of the map. It's just about getting kills.
And yeah, I mean, Team 1, they don't want to throw much more his way. He's been allowed to retrieve this AWP as well. Will he get away with it? There's so many players hounding him down.
They could do with the money.
I think that's why we don't see much more of a commitment outside of these few players towards outside. It does seem like maybe they've slowed down. Actually, now that they're walking towards him. How much money do you want to throw at one man? Answer. Just the 2 that went down, because the trade, the rather late trade for his teammates, comes in from TRK, and that's the AWP strip from the ranks of Singularity. So that'll have to be rebought into this round if they want one, and they do. They've put that in the hands of OC.
Well, here we go. Last couple of rounds of the half. A 5-10 will be respectable if they can get that far. Finally slowing it down and finding success back on that previous round, but Singularity still have a bye. This loss would break them, though. Bit of a squeaky burst play for Team 1. Floppy got to keep an eye on 2 positions at once, and he could get wrapped at any point from IDK, who's top silo right now. Very patient for Team 1. Floppy catching the spray. He's going to get some damage off. Does convert one. OC drops the bomb as well. OC not done just yet. And coming out through the hut, he'll catch them. 3 on 2. Still okay for Team 1. They got that bomb back under control. They just need to pick it up. No one's watching it right now. Barton chilling on the scope. There's still a man in main. And with that smoke fading, Floppy now has control over the package.
Yeah, Floppy can just do it all, and he will. Him and OC hold that A-bomb site between them. And that round there, you get a little glimpse of the OC that we've been wanting to see even more from as he reaches double digits on the back of that hat trick. Getting some signs of his form from Train returning here. And at a pretty critical moment as well, because we just saw Maluki getting his AWP back in hand, starting to find his footing a little bit. And that could have been a terrifying sign of the times for Singularity. They've called that now, and they've forced this pretty grim buy for the last round of the first half. You still have 3 rifles in play. There's still a chance. You've got plenty of utility, but it's definitely far from ideal here when you're staring down the barrel of this 3-11 scoreline. If you are on that Team 1 roster, and that's just devastating. Nade going to pick up bit. Man advantage taken in this outside control. While Team 1, they're out by red. They haven't used any utility to get here. They also haven't seen anyone yet. They've got no clue what lies in wait. Hydrek's going to be that first point of contact.
Yeah, removing some legs here. Ryan's going to join him. Picks up Maluki, who tries to grab the gun close towards main. Ryan gets spotted, but that's not a worry. He's on a tear right now. Hydrek's dropped on a deagle, but surely no more. Shakezilla jumping around the corner to clean up the half, and that is it. 12-3 Singularity. What a half for them. Dominant stuff on the CT side. Team 1 are going to have a very hard job of pulling it back. They managed to do it back on Inferno when they were 9-6 down after their CT side. But this is going to be a whole new game. Let's see if they can do it. Second half coming up. Do or die time for Team 1. Singularity looking to make that playoff. Let's find out if they can get there. Obviously, still need to beat Sharks, but that's for the future. We'll be back after a break. 12-3 at the halftime. Singularity taking names, but not taking survivors, not taking prisoners here. Destroying Team 1 on their CT side of Nuke, but if there's anything we've learned today, it's that game's never over till they're over, Harry. We've already seen comebacks happen. I don't know if this will be one of them, though. It's going to require a lot.
It is going to require a hell of a lot. That said, the pistol round would be a great way to instill some faith and some confidence back in Team 1. And if there is one thing that they have been terrifyingly consistent at picking up, it is that pistol round. Obviously, they lost their first round here on this map to Singularity in that first half. Other than that, they were 4 for 4, now 4 for 5. You still can't be too disappointed with those odds. IDK going to spot this ramp play looking to come in, and he'll fall back into the B bomb site. These rotations have got to come through. He's got the information. The rest of the guys now just have to go down and help him out. IDK Good for one. This is an odd spot to have to meet. The CZ claims one. It's chaos. Shakezilla left up in the 1v2, but he does get the first. Oh, Maluki trades. And the defuse, well, not defuse, rather. The defuse can come in. I didn't realize the ball even went down.
No, I didn't see that either until like the 1v2. I was like, oh, okay, we're in a post round. That was so fast. And not even like just so fast how Singularity got down towards B. How fast that rotate was. Team 1 had 4 players like down those halls through vent just together immediately. So props to them for rotating and just putting the pressure on. Maluki wants the orb. You damn know he wants that second round orb. He's not going to do it because he wants head armor as well. And also that would be a little much considering Singularity are forcing. You wouldn't want to give them a free orb after 1 round. But he had 48-50, Harry. He could have gone for it. That's what I would have done. That being said, I'm not a pro, so pressure's off for me. Shotgun time. And there's the one gun in no man's land. Yeah, he wants it.
Yeah, pretty gut-wrenching that the one weapon goes down inside of the A-bomb site like that. And now for the rest of these Deegs, the rest of these pistols, they try and reclaim what they can. All they're doing is padding the bank accounts of Team 1. They go flawless over on the CT side. 5 players staying alive. Money made on the back of that shotgun as well.
Shakezilla's been putting up the game of the tournament for him as well. This has been great on ramp. Let's see what he can do on the T side, though. Tried to go for that entry in the previous round, and as a result, he's now on the solo deagle. Everyone else rifled up, though. Really embracing the Krieg. Oh, he got down vents. Ryan, very, very fast. But is he furious? Yes.
Oh, he's furious indeed. That's Maluki. The one man that was down at B found, and Ryan's just going to hold the vents. The rest of his team now responsible for clearing this B-bomb site. Bit has gone rotating in. Left to fend for himself inside of the site. Does have a teammate at ramp, but with so much utility up on Singularity, they can look to try and smoke this off. There's a massive gap in that, though. And IDK's used it to drop the bomb. 3v4, a lot of damage done still to Team 1, and this could just be a save. Which...
Damn.
Certainly not the decision you want to have to make, but it is the smart one here. You're a man down, you know, that bomb's been ticking away. You don't really have any utility to force these gunfights out from Singularity. And you've also really got no cash. If you save these 3 guns, you can still invest in this next round. You'll still have rifles out across the board. So Team 1, they play it safe. They decide they want to go into the next round with everything they possibly can. They know the amount of rifle rounds they've got left at this event are potentially very, very limited, right? We're in what could be their last half at the minor.
But at least making the most of it, Harry. That save is a, yeah, as you say, like a very hard call to make, but objectively like the right call. You're not winning that retake. Far more important that you get a buy round here. You actually keep this game going. It's Singularity to call in a pause despite being 13-5 up. That's obviously them realizing they can close out this game before it gets too tough. You don't want to give away 3 rounds and then be like, oh, okay, now we'll really try, you know, because that's all it takes. A bit of momentum can turn this game around for Team 1. Singularity want to deal with it before it is a problem.
Tactical pause, yeah, for Singularity. Interesting considering they're so far ahead, but they've been pretty good at calling in these pauses just to make sure everyone's kind of on the same page. It's also going to be fresh in their minds how they had a very big lead built up back on Inferno, and obviously it all turned against them, right? So you can't get too complacent here. You can't get ahead of yourself.
Ooh, going for it again though, that vent dive. Successful, but no, not for long. TRK catches him just moving through. Singularity get players through the yard as well. It's the same as the last rifle that worked out wonderfully. So this one not going as well. Maluki, that was a difference maker, right? He was the player to die to Ryan, who dropped down the vents in the previous round. And from then on, 5-on-4, B taken. Singularity were able to convert. Now, very different story. They lose the vent dive, and as a result, the B player gets a kill. 5-on-3, and this is a horrible angle to deal with, so good luck. Oh. Wow. That'll do it.
Yeah, you put that very eloquently. It is a pretty horrible angle to deal with. It's fantastic if your name just happens to be Bit, but not so great for anyone else. Maybe a bit of an investment here from the T side. They've got a bit of residual cash on a few of these players. But yeah, another difference maker, not just the fact that they lose the player on the vent dive, but for me as well, Maluki in this round, the fact that he's got so much more utility. So he gets that first kill, and even though there's still 3 players ready to bound in and get rid of him, he drops the molly, they wait for that Molotov to fade, and he immediately comes in with the re-smoke. This round, another quick, clean round from Bit, and there's the ace. This man's been virtually absent, and in these last 2 rounds, he's managed 8 kills. That's insane.
Just went from bottom to top of the scoreboard pretty much. Like 2 rounds is all it took. And this is kind of what we said, Harry. You don't want to give Team 1 any belief that they're going to win this game. And now it's starting to happen.
Yeah, he might have been down on the bottom, but he was generating a lot of the power.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the main difference maker there. OC's got the AWP out over on the T side. There still isn't one out for Team 1. Once again, that's through choice. Obviously, they keep that last round flawless, so they don't want to be reinvesting if they don't need to. And that's the thing, one of the most important steps with a comeback like this, when you're staring down this 13-7, because you do have a little bit of wiggle room, the real thing you want to try and solidify as quickly as you can is that CT side economy, right? You don't want to be having to forego buys in the future. You don't want to be having to eco at a 14-7 and try and play for the overtime.
Well, they've already done that. Money nice and stacked up. Saving it for a rainy day, but when it rains, it pours. Only 3 rounds for Singularity to take this map, take this series, and head to the decider game of the group. I mean, even then, they've got to beat Sharks, who managed to take them down in the group, but they're not there yet, because you can see this is a bit of a slaughter. A site hold is looking good for Team 1. The Heaven flank is in, but oh, did it get heard? No, it didn't. Or that's obscene. That is disallowed, in fact. Hydrex with a trigger discipline. They might still convert the round, but Frobby gets caught running into the site, and TRK doubles it. I love that from Hydrex, though. Very, very cool. Thanks, Hydrex. Very cool.
If he was able to get a little bit closer as well, like, you know, if he was just trying to catch that timing, he was really hoping that the Heaven player would eventually look away, right?
Yeah.
But then I think, you know, Twigger that he'd been spotted, had to take him down. Could have been a massive moment, could have been a game-changing moment for Singularity, but it ends up really not leading to much. Good idea, though, and great, like, restraint to just not take the kill the second it presents itself.
Second pause of the map, though, coming through for Singularity. Maybe that realization setting in that this isn't as easy as they would hope. Squeaky play not working out for them as well. I mean, just look at, like, at what point he really played with fire there. Definitely could have lost that. Because he goes around the corner. At that point, he's in complete view. But obviously fast enough. Pistols, again, here for Singularity. They're basically in a situation where you lose a round, you eco. You buy, you lose, you eco. You buy, you lose, you eco. So, really, this game is closer than it feels. This is about to be 9 rounds unless the pistol's upset, and they certainly could with a kill like that, but weapon not retrieved. Ramp is open, though. Bit rotated off. So, there's a B plant here for Singularity. That's all they wanted and more. Just get that money guaranteed. Still with a player on ramp to lock down rotations, but even then, this should be a round for Team 1 if they play their cards right.
Yeah, but look, it's OC over at ramp. He really could make such a big difference here. Bit struggling to deal with him as well. 3v3, and this ramp rotation's getting delayed a hell of a lot. The other 2 players trying to take up position in window, and IDK finally going to rid us of OC. It's at the bomb. Not sticking it, no. Now they do hop on it. Hydrex not able to deny that. That will be the defuse, 9-13. But as you pointed out, Hugo, the intention for Singularity there was that bomb plant. They're able to get that at the very least.
It's quite a clever way of doing it as well, going for that silo drop onto main roof and then just wrapping yard as fast as you can. Even if you don't get that kill, there's a good chance you draw a ramp player away and you just open up the possibility of running B. Because, of course, you could just rush 5 ramp, but we've already seen Shakezilla get multiple kills on defense there when he was on the CT side, so better to draw them away rather than kill them. Pacifist approach, and, well, nothing really too pacifistic about planting a bomb, but at least it gets defused. 13-9. The AWP is back out for OC. Maluki, though, going to be challenging down on that lower site. Waiting for the outside cross. Yard being mostly given up. IDK trying to watch across towards main. Singularity going back towards spawn to line up some smoke grenades. Try and get this outside cross. Maluki on the other side. He's going to have to hit some bangers.
If they try and do this slowly, if they try and do this quietly, that's where Maluki can come into his own. He's got the collateral. Oh, Maluki! Oh. Where has this come from? The ace for Maluki. 5 kills in a matter of seconds. The AWP chiming off and Team 1 reaching double digits. This comeback feels like it's well and truly on.
Wow. Yeah, Singularity have shut up after that one. That is unbelievably good. Oh, just precision accuracy. Harry, this game is happening. This is a 12-3 half. Dear, oh dear, Team 1 nipping at the heels. More than nipping, chewing, swallowing. Because Singularity, they've run out of heal. It's pistols here in round number 24. Looking like an A burst, but Team 1 have been absolutely fine locking down this A site. Martin, ooh, bit of a tag. That could come back to bite him. IDK's come up the vents as well just to bolster this A defense. That nade is very, very sweet indeed. And Singularity have had enough of this A site. They've got a lot of utility out of them. They're just going back towards ramp. Only one man here, but one man is usually enough. Bit mowing them down. 3 kills. Molly will force him out, but he's just going to take the fight. Actually, no, he's just going to burn inside of it, but it doesn't matter. Maluki cleaning up with 2, and there it is, 11 rounds. That 12-3 is long escaped us.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the thing. This was a 12-3 half, as you just say. And
Ooh,
there was a massive lead built up.
The jackets come back off for Macron. That's when you know times are tough.
He's got the notepad out. I mean, this is just a horrible scenario to be in now for Singularity, and a fantastic comeback from Team 1. They've closed this gap right down. They've won the last 5 rounds consecutively. They're 7-1 in this half. All the way down from that 12-3 scoreline originally that Singularity had. This is just feeling like Inferno all over again. Yeah. Singularity maybe getting in their own heads a bit now, having some flashbacks to that last map. Their map pick, by the way, the one that it looked like they were going to close it out on. They've got this buy together. They turn their attention towards outside. They do get that trade onto IDK. Maluki still here, still fighting towards the outside portion. The trade's going left and right, and we're left into a 2-on-2. It's Floppy and Ryan taking up this position in secret. They're going to try and hit the B bomb site. TRK and Barton, all that stand between them in a 14th round.
Smoke for the plant, though. They will be able to get this bomb down safely. It's the question, where do they plant? Where do they go? Pretty default plant. They will just take back secret control. Double ramp rotation from Team 1. Ryan's very low, so he needs to stay alive. Can't be willing to take fights. That's got to be Floppy. Doesn't want to throw any utility and give away his position. Plus, those windows aren't broken, so he knows they can't be crept up on just yet. They may as well keep them unbroken until they break them. And now they may, because TRK's been heard on the site making noise. Gonna go out wide. Oh no, the timing play isn't good. Floppy gets a trade though. It's a one-on-one. They're not on the bomb just yet. Barton gonna stick it. Barton's gonna stick it. The spray's missing. Floppy, 1 second left, and he's not gonna be able to oh no, he hasn't! Kills him after the defuse. And Team 1 win the round. Floppy would have won that if he held the angle, but he thought Barton was going to take the fight instead of stick the bomb, so he went back round the corner, and he loses track of him in the smoke. Oh, that's killer. That hurts.
And now you're coming into this round, your Singularity in this situation. Imagine how it feels. The round prior, in your fall by, you get ace. That round there, you get the bomb down. It's a 2-on-2. And then you lose it to that smoke defuse. It's just been a couple of devastating rounds. Real knocks to the confidence of Singularity. And we've already kind of noted how they seem like a rather emotionally driven team. They kind of almost alluded to that in that interview they gave at the start of the day, right? Saying a lot of it does just depend on their confidence levels. They feel like they can beat any team, but they need to be believing. They have to be kind of pumping each other up. But I mean, you can hear how much quieter it is over there. It's the Brazilians now getting excitable.
Yeah. That being said, if you're Team 1, you can't get ahead of yourself either. You've not won this game yet. You're certainly looking like this is like, don't let the score confuse you. This is Team 1's half right now, but you haven't won it yet. That being said, every situation Singularity get in that seems favorable, profitable, just get swept under their feet. Props to Team 1 for really just not giving up here, and nothing's changing now. Singularity, a site attack. They haven't done this for a while, not on a rifle round. Floppy's looking for the opening kill. He's going to go for it. He will get it. Heaven player dead as well. Barton on the site gets 2. Finished off actually after a third. Floppy left again in a clutch. Another one-on-one, but does he know where Bit coming from? Sticking the bomb. 20 seconds left. He might be able to get back to the hut. Looking like he wants to commit to this angle. And he's found it. Bit climbing up the vents. Floppy's just going to take the fight. Absolutely no fear. And with 20 HP, finally, a 14th round has come through.
And now we've entered that very weird realm of Counter-Strike where anyone can take this map, and it is just balancing on a knife's edge at this point. I'm seeing red up at the top of that screen, so it looks like a pause called on in, a tactical from Singularity. Surely this has to be their last. They've been very proactive at calling these in.
All on the T side, though. They had none in the first half. Don't blame them. 12-3, who needs them? Then, you know, I think this is their third. They've been spamming them ever since they moved over and started losing. But that is a round they needed more than anything. 2 away from going forward to face Sharks. And remember, Harry, I mean, not out of the woods yet, neither of these guys. Especially Singularity. If they win this game, they go forward to face Sharks. Sharks beat them yesterday, 16-8 on Nuke, knocked them down to the lower bracket. Got to win a best of 3 over them. But no one's thinking about that right now. Everyone's thinking about the last 4 or so rounds of this game. Oh, that's a spam. Almost connects. Smokes again being set outside. Now the question is, Harry, if they go for an outside take with these smokes, do they watch for that secret angle? Seems like they're not going to be committing with them, but IDK knows that. He's watching it.
Yeah, there's only Shakezilla here, and he's only got one man to try and overthrow. Bit is towards ramp. We'll have to make a bit of a stand here, will Bit, and well, he gets a lot of damage off. He's only able to get 1 kill from it. Now, these rotations are a little ways away, but there's already 2 players down in the B bomb site. No one's going to be able to help in ramp room, though. Hell is actually open for the taking at this point in time, but Singularity just decide to take this bomb site. They go running down in towards B, looking for that plant. Maluki, nearby, it looked like he was considering going through that smoke, but instead just going to wait for his teammates to rotate in, and maybe with good reason. Barton arriving at the scene. Shakeshill only just arriving on this flank, actually. He's wrapped on to the flankers. OC from ramp goes toe-to-toe with the Orpra, now down at the 1v1. It's lurk on lurk. And IDK, he's got to get on this bomb sometime soon. Throws out that incendiary. There's no time left for Team 1 here. The cheers are already coming in. Singularity, map, and series point now, 15 to 12. They chain together their second in a row, and now they need one more round to send Team 1 home and lock in that spot later on for a chance at revenge versus Sharks.
You say that's on a knife's edge, Harry. That's on a 1 second difference. If OC didn't get that kill down on the site, that round probably would have been Team 1's. He gets the shot. The second he kills the Orpa on the B site, he gets killed from behind by IDK. IDK not able to get that defuse, but in a 2-on-1 there, they would have had the favor. Now, back up against the wall for Team 1. 3 rounds to go. Singularity just need a single one. These pauses finally come to good effect. They've found some life in the second half, eventually. And it may have just been in time. Again, IDK playing that back garage, no one watching yard aggressively. Maluki's just covering it from Heaven's side with the AWP. Singularity fully boxed into the lobby again. I wonder if they go for this smoke take outside. They still have 2 players ready to set up smokes if need be. And yeah, it seems like they will be doing it. Again, even if you don't do it, even if you don't go behind it, just throw the smokes out because it's going to create enough confusion. Especially if there's no one there. There was Maluki last time. No one in position to stop him this time. But I mean, when your silo player on the site is jumping to check Squeaky, that's when you know you don't have a lot of control. And Singularity, the perfect setup. They get down vents for free. No one here to stop them. Floppy's just entering the A site. He doesn't care. He wants to sell the fake. Shakes it with another kill on the yard as well. And the B is taken. Bomb down, 4-on-3. Retake on for Team 1, and Bit's already here.
Yeah, Bit is that first man in, and they've got no clue. He's the unknown quantity. He's snuck into this bomb site, and he's so deep behind enemy lines, now pouncing. OC's looking for him and seems wise to the fact that will be the shot connecting. Maluki, TRK, it falls on to you now, and OC, second kill, he's looking for the hat trick, he's looking for the third. TRK, while he does get the trade, it will be Singularity picking up the round and taking the victory here, 2-1. A grueling 3-map series for this squad, but they get it done. They get it finished, and they send Team 1 home. They're continuing their path here in the Americas Minor. They've got to play versus Sharks next.
Yeah, and Mac1, the biggest hype coach we've seen at this minor, he has just been bringing the heat to these guys. And hey, we've seen so much value from these tactical pauses as well, so I'd love to know what he is adding in that sense. What a game from Singularity to pull it together in those final 5 or 6 rounds of the half after losing, what was that, 8-1 down on the CT side. On the T side, rather, but man, that is a resurgence. Commiserations to Team 1, of course. They put up a great fight. They gave us a fantastic best-of-3 series, and with so many great teams at this minor, there's only room for a couple of them to make it forward, and Team 1 will not be one of them. As you say, Sharks coming up next to face Singularity, and that is going to be a barn burner of a matchup.
Yeah, right. It's like the grudge match, the revenge match from day one. You know, like Team Singularity come into that, and they got decimated. I think it's fair to say. So, you know, I'm wondering, is this going to be like a new look to the squad? Are they warmed up a bit now? Are they kind of used to the pressure they're under? Because, I mean, you know, for these guys, this isn't like an everyday thing, you know, that they get to play with something of this caliber with so much on the line.
Without a doubt, yeah, and still with a chance to make it through to those playoffs as well, right? NRG already found their way out of this group, and Singularity are looking to join them. I was going to say Team 1, it almost felt real, that comeback, but not quite enough. TRK and Maluki, top performers of that map. Doesn't surprise me. They have been honestly fantastic this tournament.
Yeah, and that was really kind of the story throughout this entire series, with TRK and Maluki doing such a bang-up job of keeping T1 even in the up for question, rather, as to whether or not they could actually make these comebacks happen. I don't even think I would have considered it if we didn't have players like TRK putting up the performances that he did. It was not even necessarily, like, you know, 23 and 19, good scoreline, but it's like,